In the previous lesson, we saw how we can generate this cube with the different color blocks within it. And now we want to make these elements that we've created using JavaScript to be interactive. Now, of course, you could build these elements and then loop through them from the DOM and then add event listeners that way. But there is a much easier way where we can add the event listener as we're building out those elements. So we've got an object called div that we're creating an element out of, and we can add an event listener directly in that element as we're creating it. And I'm going to just simply check answer. So run a function called check answer. So we need to create that function as well. Usually whenever I create a function, I like to always have the corresponding function already ready to go. So that usually avoids the errors of wondering what happened to that function that I've created. There's a few other things that we need to add in, and I also want to set the opacity style of these elements because I want it to go a little bit lighter. I don't want it to be a full color opacity. So this is where we're selecting the style, and just as we updated the background, we can update the opacity of the style, and opacity 5.0 sounds like a good number. And opacity can be anywhere from 0, which would be completely not visible, to 1. And I also want to add in a hidden value where we're just going to add into the object, the div that we're creating, and add in whatever the value of game colors is. Because we probably will need this as we check the answer, that we want to return back whatever that color is. And I'll show you how that works. So now within the console, we can pick up the element that's being used. I'm going to create a brand new function, call it element. So we're getting e target, and that accesses the element that invoked the click. So we're getting all of that e target information, sending it in as element. And I'll first show you what's being contained within there. So now when I click any of these, we get all of that element information. And you notice that my color is not listed anywhere. That's because that's hidden, and we actually can access it using JavaScript. So it's kind of hidden in the background there. And now when I select my color, I know which color was clicked. So I can see yellow got clicked, blue got clicked, red got clicked, and green got clicked. So go ahead and add these updates into your own project, where when you're generating the div, add in the event listener, as well as add in that hidden value within that element object, and then pick up that information using the check answer function the same way that I've done that within the code. So add that in, try it out, make sure it's working. When you click these boxes, that you're seeing what the color is that you've clicked. And coming up next, we're going to continue to build out this game application.